Joe Lawler, Dan Umpton, the Doomcast. Okay, so Savage Dragon. What else is on your list?
I just got a couple new Carl Barks, Donald Duck, Uncle Scrooge books, and he's like behind. Don Rosa. Sorry, behind Carl Barks, Don Rosa is like the guy who's they're kind of like the two great duck artists. And
can we step back really quickly?
Okay.
Because I think you inadvertently created a comic book that Disney should produce that would be the best thing ever. I believe you said Donald Dunk, and that would be the raddest, like Space Jam, but it's just like, it's like Goofy and Donald, but it's just Donald is like unstoppable on the court. And just like, it's just doing like flaming, like 360 degree, like backboard smashing, like Donald Dunk would be so
I need to commission an artist to do that.
I need to get David West would do it. I guarantee you. If we had David West to draw Donald Dunk, basketball playing Donald Dunk, and the look on his face was pure disgust at both of us, and appropriately so. So you got a bunch of these are like classic.
Yeah, and they're great. Like if you grew up watching the DuckTales cartoons, and they're about to start that again.
What is that going to be like?
A lot of that comes out of there, and I'm excited for that. I loved the old cartoon.
Yeah.
Excited for the new one, and like my kids will pull these books off the shelf and want me to read from them, and sometimes it gets uncomfortable because they'll like, especially with the old Carl Barks ones, there's some kind of weird racial things going on where it's like. It's
you definitely have a lot of that.
Here, let me just turn this into human speak so that I'm not teaching you horrible things. But
and just like, hey, at one time people thought this was okay, and it never was. But good art still, and having stuff for historical posterity.
Yes.
Learn from it.
Yes.
It's
Exactly.
still worth it. What else do you have on your list?
Well, earlier when you were talking with Mike, you'd mentioned Criminal.
Yeah.
And before Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips did Criminal, they did Sleeper for Wildstorm. And at the time, like I kind of avoided it for a while because it didn't, I don't know, I've never been a big Wildstorm guy, but once I finally read it, it's like one of my favorite series. That would be an amazing HBO series. And it's it's I think 25 issues total, so it's a quick read, but amazing art and great storytelling. It's I try and reread it every few years, and I think I'm due to go back to it because it's awesome.
It's worth it because Ed Brubaker's really, really rereadable, especially like the noir stuff that he's done with Sean Phillips has been. So are you reading Killer Be Killed?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Also, have you heard the band Killer Be Killed?
I have not. Is this
the band? Not Kill or Be Killed. Killer Be Killed.
Killer
it's
Be
like
Killed?
one of the dudes from Mastodon and not the somebody from Converge, I think. Good.
Okay, I'll pull it up on Spotify and check it out.
It's worth it. It's Killer, Killer, Be Killed.
Okay.
But yeah, that's worth it. It's good. Good stuff. It's good punk metal. I don't know. I'm trying to think of stuff that like I'm reading that people should be that I don't think that they are. Extremity, I always talk about Extremity. I don't care that I am because it's consistently every issue is heartbreaking. Every issue has a good arc of its own and takes the arc of what Daniel Warren Johnson's doing in a direction that I don't expect it to go. And his pencils are fantastic. I'm trying to think of anything else that I should mention. Oh, Valiant's Britannia just wrapped the second series of Britannia. It's Peter Milligan. It's about a detective in ancient Rome who is he's attacked by a supernatural entity, like that's being worshipped by like druids or pagans, and the Vestal Virgins of Rome use whatever their powers are to rebuild his mind and then teach him just science, like the art of deduction. and the rest of there's 2 different series of it, and it's great. They're detective stories set in ancient Rome.
I'll check that out.
And they're supernatural detective stories. So they're like Lovecraftian / sword and sandal. It's really fun. Trying to think of what else I'm reading that I wish other people were reading also. I'm just going to find one more up in my dumb head. This might have ended, but it's a worthwhile Marvel book. It's Kelly Thompson's Hawkeye, which follows Kate Bishop in Venice Beach, California. And it's just good Jessica Jones style, detective-y, except with arrows. And Kelly Thompson writes really good dialogue in the same way that like G. Willow Wilson. Like they both have kind of a similar sort of Whedon-esque, Capra-esque repartee thing that they do that's fun a lot.
Well, I just finished finally reading the Matt Fraction Hawkeye.
Oh man,
and
that's outstanding. That's one of his.
I think that series might have even set up her being on the West Coast and
I think it
some
did.
private eye type stuff. So I should continue on reading that.
It's worth it. I think Fraction did a lot for that because the Kate Bishop existed before that, but I think Fraction did a lot for her character, like making it more popular, and also like she ended up in the Gillen McKelvey Young Avengers book, which was frickin' great too. So I don't know. Well, thank you again for doing this and being on. Joe Lawler, everybody, you have a couple of blogs. Are you still working? You got Live Local Man.
Yeah, livelocalman.com.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Joe Lawler, everyone. This has been the Doomcast.